This is Adan. Adan came to the US seeking asylum when he was 16 years old. In his native Guatemala, his parents were brutally murdered at the hands of a local drug cartel, and he was left for dead. When he arrived in the US, he was immediately detained by immigration officials. For years, he was transferred from prison facility to prison facility, ultimately landing at a detention center in Northern California. Fast forward several months, a legal aid organization caught wind of Adan's story, and they wanted to help him. They wanted to help him post his bond and get on the pathway towards legal immigration status. Unfortunately, they didn't really have a way to fundraise for his specific legal case. That's where we came in. In 6 days, 55 donors from our network crowdfunded the funds necessary to get both of those things done for Adan. Now, CrowdDefend is a crowdfunding platform exclusively for the legal space. We work with legal aid organizations and legal defense funds to help them crowdfund for cases that we think really matter. We're a group of social justice advocates and technology entrepreneurs that are committed to providing access to justice for people across the globe. At CrowdDefend, we believe that it's a collective responsibility to provide access to justice to people like Adan. Unfortunately, there's nearly 4 billion Adans across the globe. These are people that have effectively been denied access to our justice system because they lack the financial means of navigating our oftentimes complex legal systems. Now, if you've ever been involved in a lawsuit, and as Eddie said earlier, the hourly rate for attorney is out of reach for most Americans. Hourly rates range anywhere from $250 an hour all the way up to $1,500 an hour, depending on the type of legal work you're having done. This is certainly out of range for most Americans, and it leaves them exposed to issues that can have far-reaching personal and professional consequences. In the US, as in many other countries, legal aid organizations are meant to bridge this gap. Unfortunately, they're extremely underfunded. In the US, 9 out of 10 cases that come through a legal aid organization's door are turned away, not because they're illegitimate cases, but because legal aid organizations just don't have the resources. Now, if you're asking, why would I want to fund someone else's lawsuit? Multiple statewide studies in the US show that there is a long-term impact of investing in justice. This impact can be seen over the short and long term, and it's for residents of all income levels. Among other things, legal aid organizations take the burden off of state and local social service programs, and they keep people that shouldn't be in prison out of prison. Since our launch earlier this year, we've been working exclusively with legal aid organizations and legal defense funds. These are organizations that already have existing case flow and they have existing audiences, so it's a perfect place for us to start. Organizations apply to have their cases posted on their platform, and if they're deemed to have strong legal merit through our diligence process, they're posted and shared with our community. Once they're posted, our community, and really anyone across the globe, can come onto crowddefend.com and fund a legal case that matters to them, their family, or their community. Our business model is to take 5% of all the transactions. We're using crowdfunding as a sort of basic mechanism. We found that our target donor has interacted with crowdfunding in the past. We think it provides a level of transparency that hasn't been there for legal aid organizations in the past, and we hope that it stimulates an open dialogue about our access to justice crisis. Since our launch earlier this year, we've funded several legal cases, and we have upwards of about 1,500 unique transactions. In the coming months, we have several new cases launching, and we're very, very excited about some of this new content. If you can, check us out at crowddefend.com, browse our cases, and if you feel inclined, give to a case that speaks to you, and help us spread the word about CrowdDefend. Thank you.